Hey guys, what is up? It is Aaron from Vigilante Motors, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to change your transmission fluid in your vehicle.
This is what your transmission fluid should look like. This is what just came out of the vehicle we changed it on. And this vehicle only has 50,000 miles on it, believe it or not. And the oil already looks like that because heat breaks down transmission fluid. And there's a lot of heat in your transmission and it changes the viscosity. And if you don't do proper maintenance and you run something like this over and over to 100,000 miles, you're gonna do damage on your transmission. It's just not gonna last that long. So whether you have a sealed transmission or not, make sure you do your due diligence so it looks like this instead of that. We are going to change the transmission fluid on this 2000 Jeep TJ. Now it is a manual transmission, but whether you have a manual or an automatic that is a sealed transmission, this video, despite make and model, is going to give you the confidence to change your transmission fluid on your own. Now, there might be some subtle differences, just like changing your oil, but as always, if you have any questions and you're unsure, drop a comment in the comment section below and I'll happily answer them. The tools for this job are really simple. You're gonna need your transmission fluid. Now, make sure you double check your owner's manual to put the right product in your vehicle, because if you don't, you could run into some serious problems. You're gonna need some sort of fluid pump, maybe a breaker bar, a ratchet, your safety glasses and your goggles, and an oil catch. And that's it. That's all the tools you need for this job. On this particular vehicle, we have a fill plug and a drain plug. This is the fill plug. It's near the top of the transmission. Now, first thing you want to do is make sure you can loosen this. Before you empty all of the transmission fluid from the drain plug, make sure you can loosen this bolt, because if you drain all the fluid out and you're unable to loosen this bolt, you're not going anywhere anytime soon. So at this point, you want to take your socket wrench, which we have here, and we're going to use a 17 millimeter hex socket on the end of the wrench, and we're going to take the fill plug completely out. We don't need it. It's not really holding any oil in, and because the new one is still on order, we're going to clean this one up a little bit so it looks a little bit better. All right, with the fill plug now removed, we can drain the transmission fluid out and put some new oil in. So it's the same 17 millimeter hex in this case. And let's see if we can get this just off with a socket wrench. It might not be that easy. Nope, not doing. We're gonna have to move to a breaker bar here. With the breaker bar in hand, let's see if we can get this off now. It should be fairly easy. And there it goes. Yeah, I knew it was going to be so much easier. It gives you so much more leverage. You have a breaker bar. If you don't have one, go out and buy one. Now we're going to go back to our socket at this point and release the rest of this plug, because it's just much faster than using a breaker bar. At this point, make sure that you have your oil catch beneath the transmission, because fluid is about to go everywhere. Definitely needed the oil change in this. It's pretty dark even at 50,000 miles. I've never done this one in this vehicle, so I'm glad we're doing it today. The fill plug on this transmission is in pretty bad shape. Now we have a new one on order, but that hasn't come in yet. So I'm gonna have to do my very best to clean this one up before we reinstall it, trying to get as much of this rust off as I possibly can. The drain plug, now it's not in as bad shape as the fill plug, but next time we do a transmission fluid change on this, we're going to put a new plug in as well. You're going to notice there are metal shavings on the inside of this plug. That is normal. They're supposed to be, because it is magnetized. It's magnetized because it catches all the little metal shavings that are floating around in your transmission. So you know the magnet is doing its job. What you want to do is just make sure you clean all this out with a clean rag and make sure there's not anything left on this plug. With both plugs now clean, we are getting closer to adding the new transmission fluid to the vehicle. Now I am using Redline MTL90. Make sure you double check your owner's manual to make sure you're putting in the proper transmission fluid, or you're going to run into a lot of problems. So let's get this stuff in. First step, you want to reinstall your drain plug. Now, we're just going to do it hand tight at first, and then we're going to torque it down to spec. Anyone who tells you that you don't need to torque down your nuts and bolts for any job is wrong. Make sure you're following the manufacturer torque specs. For this particular transmission, the NV3550, it's 14 to 20 foot-pounds. So we're going to go somewhere right in the middle and do around 17 foot-pound torque. But again, make sure you're following your torque specs. With the drain plug installed, it's time to take our fluid pump and put in the new transmission fluid. Now, you just want to take your hose, it's very simple, and put it in where the fill plug is at. And just pump your oil into the transmission until you begin to see it pour out. Now, this is a long process. It could take you up to a few minutes depending on how much oil your transmission takes. This one takes just over 2 quarts, so it's probably going to take me a good 3 or 4 minutes. This particular model, we fill it until you see it begin to pour out of the fill plug, which you see right here. That means it has reached its capacity, and it took just over 2 quarts like it was supposed to, so I know that everything is all set. At this point, we're just going to reinstall our fill plug and torque it down to spec. With your fill plug and drain plug back in place now, it's time to turn on your vehicle and let it run for a good 5 to 10 minutes. After that, you want to go through your gear. So if it's an automatic, you want to go through park, reverse, neutral, drive, 3, 2, 1, or any manuals that you might have. If it is a manual transmission, you want to deliberately go through your gears as well. This way, we're kind of getting transmission fluid into all those different gears, and you can hear if you have any problems. Now, after it runs for about 5 minutes or so, you want to crawl underneath to see if you have any leaks. And it looks pretty good. We don't seem to have any transmission fluid leaking from the drain plug or the fill plug, so I think we've done a great job and we're ready to go. At this point, take your vehicle out for a test drive and make sure it goes through all the gears nice and smooth. You don't have any issues, you don't hear any loud noises, and then it's shifting properly. I can already notice a difference in this, believe it or not. When this was in idle and just sitting in neutral, and I tell you what, it was like a Mack truck when this thing idled. It was so loud, and I knew we probably had low transmission fluid. So I'm super happy I changed it, because now in idle, it's actually really quiet, and I love that. So it's a really good thing that we changed this transmission fluid.
And that is it, guys. It really is that simple. But again, if you're unsure, if you have questions about your make and model, make sure you drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll happily help you out. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. It helps me out a tremendous amount. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the new uploads. As always, I'm Aaron. This is Vigilante Motors. Till next time, y'all. Peace.